Hello everybody and welcome back to the J72 Gaming channel. My name is Jacob and I'm here today taking a break from Baldur's Gate 3 because that game's amazing. But I want to give you guys more episodes here of Sir Chompsalot, the Growth series. We are sub-adult, and if you guys saw last episode, you saw that I did get into a fight, which was going very well until it went very wrong. So I do expect us kind of that be the trend going forward, is let's get into some fights, some good, some bad, but we're already sub-adult, so people are really gonna be like looking for us at this point, right? We're the sub-adult Spino, so full adult creatures are like, hey, that's a good challenge, let's try to kill him, right? If you guys haven't seen an episode of this, I welcome you to check it out. The whole series, I mean. Sir Chompsalot here has been growing all the way in all of these episodes, all the way from a little hatchling up to where he is now. And the way these episodes works is I just kind of grow, but I don't, you guys don't have to see 100% of the growth, but I will show you kind of a lot of it and just kind of how it goes. But anyway, this is episode, 8 or 9 at this point, so I definitely recommend you go start at the back. But if you want to see some fights and stuff, we got last episode and probably today. So let's get the adventure going, shall we? Alright, so we are down here at Sweetwater Shallows. I made sure to log out, like always, in the home cave, so we've got kind of our goal for today's video, which is all of the rested. Now, we're in an interesting position, because Sir Chompsalot's life, if you've seen the whole thing, we started up here, we kind of like wrapped our way around the whole island, came up here, went over back to the swamp, and then we died up at the hot springs, and so that shot us way down here. So we're kind of back on the east side of the map, which is not necessarily where I want to be. So I think I'm going to spend the beginning of this video just kind of swimming north and getting back to Volcano Bay, and then I'm going to start questing. I've got enough food and water that I think I can do that. So I'm just gonna travel. It might take me 10-15 minutes or so. It's gonna be instant take for you guys, hopefully, unless somebody attacks me on the way. But I want to get us to somewhere that we have new lands to look at, right? Not the same, the east side of the map that we saw in the past like 4 or 5 episodes. I do think I want to go back to the swamp that was mentioned in last episode. We were heading to the hot springs, right, to get a drink of water, and that's where we died. But after the hot springs, we would have gone back to the swamp, Sharptooth Marsh, really. And so I want to go back there again. I want to do quests there. I want to live there. I want to see if we get in a fight there. Like, that's a place for Sir Chompsalot, the sub-adult Spino, to be, you know what I mean? So let's see how the day's looking. Not bad. Okay, should be a pretty relaxing, I'll even hide the HUD, pretty relaxing cruise here into the sunrise, and I'll see you guys once I'm in Volcano Bay. Alright guys, check it out. I did actually see somebody on our route over. Big old T-Rex out over there on land, if you guys saw him for a second. Always cool to see a giant T-Rex sighting. Or at least it's cool to see it when I'm on the ocean. Yeah, look, there he is. What's up, dude? That guy's huge. Taking a seat. Yeah, you chill right there, man. I'm not getting out of the water anytime soon. Ooh, everybody, check it out. We have another sighting of a player. He just went around there. We got a crocodile. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this guy. If he wants to be aggressive, I'll fight him. The problem is I don't want to fight fully grown Sarcos in the water. They're able to kind of turn around you. It's just a little bit more dangerous to fight them in the water than on land, obviously, where they kind of lack abilities. The problem right now is that big old T-Rex is still just behind us. So I'm not going to engage. There he goes, swimming off. Oh, he just went out of render distance. Yeah, I'm not going to engage, but people are around here in the ocean right now. Kind of a rare sight to see a lot of people out here on the beach, to be honest. To be honest, though, that crocodile, he didn't look full grown. I'm really not too worried about him. All right, everybody, we made it to Volcano Bay. Now I don't actually really want to quest here because questing here is kind of painful, if I'm honest. The salt rocks are really annoying to find. Luckily, once you find them, you know where they are, which is kind of just below me here. They're don't see them specifically, but they're over here in the east side of the bay, so I know where they are, but I just don't feel like doing this quest. It's kind of annoying, you know what I mean? The first time was bad enough that I was like, no thank you on that quest forever. So we're gonna go, I think, grab some water here in the burned forest. Nice quiet place, and then maybe do some quests there, and head on over to the salt marsh, because that's like my plan. It's been my plan ever since last episode. I want to live in the swamp. I want to do all the quests in the swamp. I want to hold down the swamp and yell at people and be like, my swamp. I want to be Shrek, you know what I mean? Get out of my swamp. Alright, let's go get some water. Now guys, like I was saying, as we cruise here through Volcano Bay, catch some, get some stamina back here. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. It came out just yesterday, and I can already say I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. I played like 14 hours yesterday. It was one of those days where it was like, you know what? It's gaming day. I had pizza ready, I had drinks ready, and we just played. Me and my buddy Ardabs, who you guys have seen on the channel, who I play most video games with. We started up a Baldur's Gate 3, and if you don't know what Baldur's Gate 3 is, I highly recommend you check it out. It's very similar to Divinity Original Sin, if you guys know those two games, so it's kind of a, it's a top-down, but you can move the camera around, but it's a top-down, like turn-based game where out of the fights, you get to run around and have conversations, and it's a story-based game, right? So your dialogue options dramatically change the open world and stuff like that. But what's kind of the little icing on the cake, the little cherry on top, if you will, is that Baldur's Gate takes place in the D&D universe. So I've been a person who I've always been a massive fan of D&D, but I'm more of a fan of video games. So when I do play D&D, which is only like 2 or 3 times in my life, I have fun, and I enjoy the openness about it, where you can kind of do whatever you want, more or less, up to the DM, right? But you'll spend like 3 hours, and you'll do like 1, maybe 2 fights in D&D, right? Where it's like, man, if I was just playing the exact same thing, but it was in a video game form, I could do like way more fights, maybe 4 or 5 fights in 3 hours, you know what I mean? So Baldur's Gate 3 has finally done what I've always been waiting for, which is D&D video game, with the story, with the kind of do whatever you want. You can multi-class, you can pick your race, your sub-race, right? So it's got the D&D vibe where you kind of get to do whatever you want and have fun with creating your character. And trust me, I spent like an hour creating my guy. But yeah, it's just been an absolute blast. And so I highly recommend it for anybody who's kind of in that mindset, right? Who's been wanting a D&D game. But there hasn't really been a good one up until now. I think they've tried a few times on things here and there, but Baldur's Gate, trust me, probably game of the year from many, 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 many people who are going to make lists, and me included. It's the best game I've played this year, easily, and I'm only 14 hours in, one playthrough, something like that. So I won't talk about it too much more in this episode, but I did just kind of want to give it a shout out, because that's where I am. Like, I want to play Path of Titans, don't get me wrong, but I probably wouldn't be playing Path of Titans if I didn't want to record for you guys, you know what I mean? Like, I would have just been like, Path of Titans, you can be shelved for a week or 2. I want to just play Baldur's Gate 3. But there it is. You guys should check it out. Oh, and if you're wondering, I'm playing a Dragonborn champion fighter, who's like 10 foot tall, and my in-game lore is he's got a lot of charisma, so he's like the big bulky bear who's like, oh, it's Brother Bear, everybody likes him, you know, so he's like a good guy that everybody likes. But in the game it works a little bit different. My stats for charisma are low because I'm a fighter. It's a whole thing, but regardless, that's my in-game lore for that guy. He's your bro. Okay, but as you can see, as we've been walking and talking, we have now made it to Burn Forest, which I love. Every time I'm in this zone, I tell you guys I love it. It's just really easy quests to knock out really fast. And I like it for a Spino because we're not too far if I really need to run for my life. We're not too far from the ocean ever. So let's head on over to the freshwater spot. Re-up on that because we're a little bit low. And then get to town, buckle in, strap in, do some quests. Okay, made it to our quiet, secluded freshwater pond, which from my experience pretty much always has 100% water. No one's really counting on coming here because it's such a small pond. But guys, it is time to hide the HUD and roll snack time, part of the video where I ask you what you are eating and drinking today during the video. Today I've got, one of my usual staples. I've got just a Gatorade, but I grabbed one of these from my mom's shop as I left work today. And I've got the Mott's Assorted Fruit Gummies, bringing me back to kindergarten. Yum, yum, yum. They're always good. No matter how old you get, they're fairly solid. So yeah, guys, let me know what you're eating and drinking today. And cheers. Okay, let's shake it off like I said. It's time to I could do the Ash Ketchum if I didn't have my headset on, but turn the hat around. Time to get to work. I'm going to quest and quest and quest. I'm going to do all the quests I can here, and I'll bring you guys in if anyone rears their ugly head and roars at me or something. Ooh, here's something. It sounded pretty big, I'm not going to lie. Not sure where it is. Let me grab these flowers real quick. I ain't stopping the quest for no one. I don't know where it could have been. Oh. I'll let them know I'm here. They're like, hey, I'm questing, sir. I don't know what it is. Sound is so difficult in Path to Titan sometimes. I don't know. You can know what direction it is, but you can't always tell how far it is. Yeah, I don't know. I came over here to investigate. I don't see anybody. Maybe my little grunt was enough for them to be like, yo, there's a Spino up there. Let's not go up there. Oh, I hear it again. It sounds like breathing. It sounds like a whale, almost. It's been a while since I played Kaiwekia, but I wonder if it's a Kaiwekia just kind of hanging out in the ocean there. I don't know. It is, of course, pretty nice to be big enough that I don't really have to, like, as soon as I hear something run, I can kind of wait until I see it and then be like, okay, like, that's a threat, you know what I mean? Alright, 3 quests down super fast. Got the Amanita mushrooms, got the flowers, and got the branches done. And it gave me my favorite quest of all time. That was sarcasm. Turtle shells and shellfish. But hey, we're a Spino. And actually, they're not too bad in the Burn Forest because this Burn Forest beach is like really open. So you can see the turtle shell specifically pretty easy. So it is what it is. Let's go get it done. And maybe we'll just go see that Kaiwekia or whatever was snorting at me. Yeah, look at this, guys. That's 5 out of 5 turtle shells before I get all the shellfish. Just proving my point that they're not that hard to find out here on this beach. They're pretty annoying everywhere else on the map, but it just goes to show you that Burn Forest does have that little bit of extra tick to it, that little check mark of like, yeah, it makes the worst quest not that bad, so adds to the whole idea that this is one of the best questing zones in the entire game. Alright, quest done, and for our very last quest here in Burn Forest, we get to go pick up more rocks, which is pretty convenient because I'm going to go back and drink some fresh water anyway as we get back over towards the marsh, so everything's working pretty well for Sir Chomps. Like, check it out on growth. We almost grow to what I consider my goal. Okay, guys, I probably have fixed, or at least you guys already know what I'm about to say, but yeah, my mic totally sank there, and I didn't even notice. Too focused on questing, so sorry about that. That wasn't too long, so hopefully I can fix that and post-edit, but yeah, I got a janky mic set up. Honestly, I'm looking to get a new mic. I'm looking to get this thing that I'm staring at. My camera is so annoying. A little break in the fourth wall, but every single time I have to start recording a video with my camera, I have to unplug the USB and plug it back in for it to register on my computer, and that's not even foolproof. So sometimes I'm just sitting there like an idiot pulling the USB in and out. Does it work? Nope. Out, in. Does it work? Nope. Out, in. Oh, now it's working, you know? It's obnoxious. I kind of hate it. And the quality's okay. It's whatever. I do like the Blue Yeti mic, but Blue Yeti mics are literally like bottom of the barrel good mic, if that makes sense. They're not bad, but they're not great either. But crisis averted. Like I was saying, I don't know how much you caught of it. I don't know how much I'm gonna keep in there. But I've got one more quest here in the Burn Forest to complete this excellent quick Burn Forest questing run. And this whole thing only took me like 10-15 minutes to do all of these. As a Spino too, keep that in mind. I'm slow. If you're playing literally anything else, Burn Forest, you can get all these quests done super fast. Like 10 minutes max. But we've got one more, which is to go collect the rocks, which generally tend to be a little bit more inland here. And then we're going to fill up on water one more time. And then finally, we can get on over to the swamp and see what's going on in the swamp. Give me those rocks. Gimme. Look at this. They also put like every rock in one pile. I need to make a tier list on zones. Would you guys be interested in that? Because I think Burn Forest is S tier for sure. No doubt in my mind. Okay, there we go. Area completed. Burn Forest done and dusted. Look, it's even got a little cave right there for nesting once that comes in the game. Okay, let's go have one more snack time up at the water just over yonder. And yeah, then out to the swamp. Okay, I am actually curious how fast this water quality has gone back up. I drank it down to like 60%, maybe 50%, and it's already back up to 90 in about 10 minutes. So it takes about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour to completely recover this entire pond. I'd be very interested if anyone knows like all the numbers and datas on this. It's probably something that's not out there and you'd have to actually like go test yourself. But yeah, I'm wondering how fast each body of water takes from 0% quality all the way to 100. It'd be cool to know, like, oh, Burn Forest only takes half an hour, so it's usually got water, right? But maybe Big Quill Lake, maybe that takes 2 hours. So, like, if you show up, 20 minutes after somebody just made the quality, or a lot of people made the quality go to 0, it would only be up at 10%, 15%, you know? I don't know. Interesting idea, interesting data to have if we had it. Oh, look at that. We got another rock decoration for our home cave. Cool. I just hope that this rock doesn't completely crash my game like last time. Okay, back into the water. This is definitely where we heard something crying out a while ago, about 10 minutes ago or so. So they could be kind of in the area, but I'm suspecting that was a Kaiwekia, and it might be swimming into the swamp just for fun. I mean, I've done it when I played Kaiwekia. So I got to keep my eyes both below water and above water to see if anyone's swimming around being crazy. A fully grown Kaiwekia, I think, would still probably have an issue fighting me. Not really sure, to be honest. That would be an interesting fight. I think I would take him on the shore, get some chomps in, and see if he's like making me die really fast. I'm really not sure, because they're not the biggest. Kaiwekias are kind of like medium sized. So a subadult Spino versus a fully grown Kaiwekia, I don't know. He's obviously going to swim circles around me, but he does not want to get bit or hit with my claws at all. Would be a fun fight, I think. I'd take it. Back to the lovely inland bay that I mentioned last time, like 2 or 3 episodes ago. I love this place. I wish it had a name. I wish it had some things to do, because it's like pretty. I mean, it's really small, but it's kind of quaint and cozy, you know. It's got all the different rocks and stuff. Rock from not Rockwell Hill, Deathless Pass. Got some birch woods. It's nice. I like. Okay, guys, we've made it back to what we're gonna call our home. I definitely want to try to complete all the quests here today. In today's video, and get 100% in this zone. I don't think it's gonna be too hard, right? The quests are like flowers. There's a quest to get tiger nuts, and I think that's it pretty much. There's like really not a whole lot going on here, but we hold down the fort. We've got a lot of fish to eat, which is cool, so not worried about food at all. And yeah, I'm hoping to find, like, I don't know, a subadult Suko that wants a rematch from last episode. I feel like I should get a Suko kill, you know? I deserve it. Okay, first quest has been granted to us, which is the milk cap mushrooms, the one I couldn't remember. I do remember they are kind of centralized. Nothing here is really that hard to find. But the first thing I want to do is actually walk up to the freshwater pond and see if we've got any competition here in the swamp. Oh, we do. Look at that. There's a... Oh, it was fast. Super fast, super fast. It's a Struthy. What up, Struthy? There's no way I'm catching you, but I'll come say hi. What up, Struth? He's doing his quests. Let me bark at him. Hey, buddy. I actually need those. So I'm coming over. Yeah, you better go. Get out of here. My milk caps. Poor guy. He's just like, man, I'm just quested. Yeah, get out of my swamp. There he goes, running around. Risky little spot for him, to be honest. Struthies do not swim very fast at all. So if he gets caught in the water, that's a GG for him if I see him. All right, made it to our freshwater pond for today, and looks like nobody's here. I thought I saw someone for a split second, but it was one of those dang leaves. If there's anything worse than the leaves floating around, you thinking it's a creature? It's the it's those giant moths, the brown moths that we have all over the place. All right, well, snack time number 2. I bet you guys are still eating and drinking the same thing because it's only been a few minutes, but Sir Chomps has some murky frog tasting water now. Look at that. Look at him just go at it. Alright, but conveniently, I need these flowers. Guys, let's spend a little bit of time while I'm just kind of collecting these flowers up here. Let's talk about mods. I don't talk about the mods too much on the Growth series, but I honestly think they're one of the best things about Path of Titans, like hands down. Like the fact too that the admins at Alderaan Game, the developers, actually kind of go out of their way to promote and showcase player-made mods. That's incredible. That's like round of applause for the devs. You know what I mean? Like, that's so cool. But there's been a few mods that have come out recently that I really want to try, so expect a video of those coming out pretty soon. Stuff that you've definitely already seen other content creators making. But like I said, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, there's a mammoth mod, so you can be a big old woolly mammoth, which just sounds really different, right? Probably pretty tough if I had to guess, because he's going to be really slow like Sir Chomps here. But then there's another one. I don't actually remember the name of it, so some of you guys might be able to let me know in the comments. But it's a massive bird, like just absolutely ginormous eagle. I don't even know if it's realistic. I'm pretty sure it's not, because in college I studied ornithology, and I like dinosaurs, so I'm kind of aware of a lot of the really large flying creatures, and I don't think a creature as big as the one in the mod exists. Like, it's like T-Rex size, guys. It's absolutely massive. But even if it's a fake creature, it's still really cool, right? So yeah, I'm excited to check out both of those. I do kind of want to wait a little bit. It's a 50-50. I want to do the videos now because that's like where the hype train is, right? And they get views, YouTube, it's all that, it's that type of thing. But I would kind of like to wait a little bit for it to die down. So like, I'm not one of a bajillion mammoths running around, right? I'm not one of a bajillion of those birds flying around. Like, it can be a little bit more diverse in the ecosystem, right? Where I can be the one mammoth, or maybe find 1 or 2 mammoths or whatever, but it's not like 80% of the population. Also, Sir Chomps, as big as you get, man, you still have issues with sticks. Ugh, get around that. Stupid stick. Okay, time to play a game of can you do the quest that I'm trying to do. I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds to figure this out, right? Honor system. In 5 seconds, can you find out where the tiger nuts are? Go. And time. Did you find them? Did you see them? There's 2 piles that I can see. And they're actually right next to me. Look at that. They're right here. They're so hard to find if you don't know what to look for. I do like this quest, though, because it makes you really, like, have to actively hunt, right? You're not just kind of, like, turning your brain off and be like, all right, let me go collect, turtle shells, right? Well, where are the turtle shells? No, it's like, okay, I know I'm around the tiger nuts. I just have to find them. And a lot of the time, I've kind of walked right over them, and, like, them being highlighted for me to pick up is how I've noticed that they're under me, you know what I mean? But yeah, there we go. Okay, and that's 60% in the marsh, but it's not giving me any more quests, so yeah, those are the only 3 quests I could have remembered. Maybe the other 20%, or sorry, the other 40% are quests that we can't do, I guess? I don't really know. But I do think it's time for Sir Chomps to let out a resounding roar. Yeah, to claim this as our own. Because every time I come here, man, I want to fight, and I come up here and I'm like, this is going to be a sick spot to hold down the fort, and it's always so quiet. Not a lot going on here. I don't know what that is. Why don't people hang out here? Alright guys, we have a choice of what to do for the rest of the episode. Eventually, I do want to kind of go down through here, this area. I just think it's I'm right at the border of like it's risky, but we're sub-adult. I don't want to die, but I do want the videos to like see people. One thing I know is I'm not going here. There's no reason to put a Spino here. It's just bad news bears. It's like you're just putting yourself in a death trap. But coming through like the new areas of Birchwood and coming through, you know, Titan's Pass with the lakes and stuff, not necessarily as bad. So I do think, even though, like I said, I'm on the fence, I don't want to die, I do want to see people. And obviously Sharptooth Marsh is not fulfilling what we want out of seeing people. So I think I'm going to make the risk. I'm going to go up here and we're going to try to quest the rest of our life kind of in the center of the zone. If we die, we die. But, I mean, as you saw last time when I died, you don't lose too much. You kind of just lose like an hour of growth or something like that. So I'm going to go over there. We're going to get that underway, and we're going to kind of quest a little bit, maybe in the Birchwood. I will need to make it to probably this home cave by the end of the episode. So, yeah, let's head on over there. Hopefully we see a bit more people. Unfortunately, it is about to be nighttime. So, as gorgeous as it looks right now, I mean, look at that. Wow, this game looks so good. But as soon as it looks, it's about to get darker. So let's go into potentially a darker future by heading on up to Titan's Pass. You can also see, guys, that we're not even halfway to the skin I want. The skin I want 7,500 marks, and we are only just under 3,000. When you die, you do lose a little bit of growth and marks. So that's what happened. I died, and you know, we were up at like 3,000 or whatever, brought us down to 2,000. So now we're back up to 3,000 after doing the quest today. So it's a give and take, man. It's going to be hard, but I think the reality is I'm probably going to be in this default skin for longer than I want to be. But it will pay off once we finally get the skin that we're going for, which is the pinstripe. I think it's called pinstripe. It is this one. I will show it. We want, yeah, pinstripe, and then make this like really silver and stuff. It's going to be sick. For Sir Chompsalot is a knight in shining armor, and the Sir needs his shiny silver suit. Alright, goodbye, sweet Sharptooth Marsh. You have been good to us, and we might have to return here later if things are a little risky up north here. Honestly, guys, I am worried about like this being the more popular area of the map, sure, but we're a big sub-adult Spino, almost halfway through sub 2, so like we're packing some heat, right? Also, please, Spino, get up this. Nice. Oh, come on, bud. Come on, bro. Alt walk. Alt walk sideways. Come on, don't make me go around. You're so close, bro. Just get over the... It's gonna make us go around. Oh, or not. Yeah, it's gonna make us go around. Damn it. Ah, that's so annoying. Most creatures can get up that way. Ugh, pain. Okay. That's alright. We can take the long way. But what I was going to say is that the water quality is actually kind of scary for me, if I'm honest. Because up here, people are almost always drinking the waters in the main rivers and the main lakes and stuff, and the water quality has a very high potential chance to be 0, which is terrifying because we're slow to get around, right? So that is one of my biggest concerns. Also, this way is not the way up that I remember. How do I do this? Wow, because I can't get up that spot, I think I have to take all the way through here into this ravine, maybe up this hill. We really have to do the long way. Oh boy. We are too big for the small passageway. That's good to know that Spinos and like T-Rexes and stuff, they can't go up that path because I've used that little hitch to go up on most creatures, so hey, the more you know. Yo, how sick is this though? Like, this is the habitat, the Jurassic Park brain of mine. This is what I envision when I think of Spinosaurus. Rain, swamp, he's just walking through, like, all the brush. Yeah, like, this is Spinosaurus territory for sure. Ah, except for the damn logs that he can't get over. Okay, I think this is my way up, which is definitely the long way. And not the safest way for a big guy here. Do not slip. These rocks would be so slippery in real life. Oh my god. We would have just plummeted. Okay. But we are now officially back into Birchwoods as we get back over to that river. Okay. We made it up and over the long way. And yeah, this is what I was worried about, guys. Water quality too low. So you can pretty much know that this body of water is like always gonna be 0, which is super dangerous. So we need to be aware of that. There is this little watering pool up here in Birchwood, which we could rely on. But I do think I'm gonna kind of cut through here, go up around here, past the Waystone, and try to get up to this lake up here, and we'll see if that one has high water quality. If it does, we can kind of hang out and quest for a bit, but I really don't want to quest an area that doesn't have water, because this big boy gets thirsty, and it takes a long time. I mean, you guys have watched the series. It takes a long time for me to get somewhere on this guy, right? So you got to really plan ahead when playing Spino. Okay, we have made it up to, I don't know, Titan's Lake, whatever you want to call this. The lake in Titan's Pass. Oh, replenish Titan's Pass is the quest we got. Okay. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that everything I was worried about came true. And that this is probably 0% quantity. Yep, 0 quality. Damn. That kind of sucks. Alright, well, anybody hanging out in here? I mean, if it's at 0, people are drinking it, right? Though it might just be like the terrestrials, you know, kind of doing their thing, showing up, drinking all the water, and leaving. Okay, well, we can't dilly-dally. We gotta get going. We are not in the greatest position for our guy, to be honest. Fresh water around here is pretty lacking if you can't find it. Infestation, go to Death Valley. That's kind of a cool quest I've never done before, but I don't think we really want to be in Titan's Pass if all the water around it is bad. I'm gonna book it to probably Big Quill Lake and then Green Valley. I don't know, guys. This is kind of a pigeonhole that I've been put into before on multiple creatures where you know, you gotta just keep going from water hole to water hole, but that's what everybody else is doing, so you just keep getting to the point where you have no water to survive, and then you die of dehydration, which ain't great. Okay, not gonna lie, this place is a little spooky. Not the biggest fan of walking through Green Hills as any slow semi-aquatic. Like, the Green Hills now, guys, is just like the Grand Plains. It's the places where packs hunt. I've seen raptors there, allosauruses. Dangerous place to be as a solo player, honestly, of any creature. But here we are. We get to test the quality once again. Am I hearing? No, I'm just crazy. I'm just crazy. Usual false alarm as it goes with these headphones during the storm. Thought I heard somebody up there, but it's just Sir Chompsalot's big old feet. Okay. We need to make a prayer. Please, water gods, let there be quality in this river. Nice! Alright. Well done, Sir Chomps. Okay. 71%. So people are around, obviously. Whew. A little bit of a knock off the sweat there. A little bit of a reassuring quality. Alright, guys, I think I am going to end it simply because I'm right by the home cave. So let's pop into the home cave and try to put down some of those decorations, only because last time when we were doing it, it bugged out and crashed, and we had to completely end the episode there, which was weird, but happens, I guess. But that does mean next time we can head up to kind of the more popular areas on the map. Green Valley, Big Quill Lake, and I guess try our luck out there. Also, how do I get up to this home cave? I think over here. You know, I'm thinking actually next episode, with the addition of Big Quill Lake, this river in general might be a good place to kind of prowl and just swim down back and forth looking for smaller Suko players, smaller Spino players, crocodiles that aren't fast enough to get away from us, Dinoceras players, right? There's a few semi-aquatic creatures that we can kind of prey on now that we're semi-adult. I guess that's right. Sub-adult is what I was looking for. Okay, it is raining in our home cave, but that is okay. Let's go ahead and hope that we don't crash. Well, we crashed with the milk caps, I think, or something. Well, we got a lot, actually. We got a bunch of mushrooms and more rocks. So let's actually continue. I like kind of putting the rocks over here. Let's kind of hide this one right in there. And then let's just put a bunch of mushrooms over here by his what am I saying? By his like corpses that he brought home, right? So it's kind of like all the mushrooms are kind of growing around the decaying corpse. Might give us kind of a vibe, you know what I mean? Although it looks like it's not really letting us put everywhere. So put them over there. Get an amanita cluster. Can this kind of go out? Why can't I put them over here? That's so weird. It doesn't let me put them in like most places. I can't put it in the center of the room. Very strange. Okay, but we will put it there, and then of course our ginger plant we'll put back over here in our sea collection with our flowers. And I'll hide this one. This is a big one. Hide him in the back. Nice. All right. Kind of a gloomy day, and you know, it's raining and storming, so we can't really show off everything. But his home cave's kind of getting a few little items. It's coming together. I like it. All right, everybody, that's going to be the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Kind of another slow one with not a whole lot of action, but you know what you get with these Rose series. When you sit down and play Path of Titans, sometimes you're getting into fights constantly. Sometimes you're, you know, scaring off Struthiomimuses in the swamp, you know. Whatever happens, happens. But I do hope you guys enjoy this episode. We are doing good. We are, what, looking like 4 more episodes, and we probably will hit fully grown, and then we can go out hunting, fully hunting as an adult. Although I do think I'm going to hunt pretty much from now on if I see somebody that I can catch, which isn't a lot with the Spino, let's be real. Most things are going to run away from it. All right, guys, that's going to be it from me and Sir Chompsalot here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. But until next time, guys, I have been Jay. Peace out.